Hello YouTube. So we bought a hitch for the RAV4. This particular one is a 2022 RAV4 hybrid. It's my wife's car and it's a XLE Premium Lunar Rock. So we wanted to put a hitch on it to be able to carry a small boat and whatnot. So that's what we are in the process of doing right now. This is what I ordered. Eco hitch. So if you look them up, 2022 RAV4, you'll see that these are available. Reason why I went with this is because it tucks in real nice, and you have to trim the bumper in the back, but it's the lower part, not the part that goes down, but it's the one that goes under. So it's not as high as the factory OEM hitch, but you don't have to remove the bumper and all the trim pieces to put it on. And I honestly didn't want to do that on a brand new car, to remove all that stuff. So I went ahead and went with this. So a lot better clearance than the Kirk hitch, but not as high clearance as the factory OEM one that you have to remove the bumper to do. And I went with this harness right here from Kirk. This one is a OEM harness. I mean, I'm sorry, not OEM, but it's a custom harness for the RAV4, as you can see here. But so it plugs in to the OEM connectors, so you don't have to splice anything, but it's still a 4-pin connector, and I'm not running at that outside of the car. I've been running inside where the spare tire is, but I'll do this in a different video. But anyway, that's what I went with. Part number 56434. That's what I went with. Okay, so when it comes to stuff, a lot of these brackets we won't use, just the bolts, and there should be just 4 bolts. Now they brought it to me with the shipping. The box was pretty tore up. This is the box that was in it, so you see like there's some marks. So I'm gonna go ahead and I recommend to take some paint, if you have any epoxy paint or something that is undercarriage paint, and paint those things and really good, so that way those areas won't rust. I'm gonna do the under part of it too. I'm gonna put some more coat of paint. And personally myself, I'm going to remove those stickers so it looks cleaner. You won't really see it that much, but I don't want to see anything. So I'm going to remove those stickers off. So that's how it looks like from the bottom. And it's a 2-inch. Okay, be right back. Okay, so I use this guy right here, roll bar chassis paint, and so I coated it. So any of the little areas that the hitch had, where from the box there were some of the chips on the paint, I went ahead and hit them up, and then I hit some of the bottom of it. I also hit it into the receiver, the hole right here all the way down. That's the main part that rusts. So I hit it up, and that, you don't have to do that, but that's just what I do because I'm OCD. Just want to make sure things are nice. Okay, so yeah, and that's the hardware. So I'm probably gonna move my car out the way, and then put the RAV4 in there and use the hitch, the lift there. Okay, be right back. Okay, so I got the car in the garage, so I'm got to use the quick jack, and let's lift this bad boy up. Set everything up. Shouldn't have to lift it too much because I mean, it's already pretty high. That should be able to do for me right here. That's it. Make sure they catch that. Go back down. Okay, so now it's locked in place. Okay, so that gives me a little bit of clearance. I just put it to the first notch. I can work on it just a little bit higher, and that's all I really need. All right, well, now comes the good stuff. Okay, so the next thing you're going to be doing is maybe trimming the bumper a little bit. That way the hitch will fit. And you just need to make an area 2 5/8 in the middle for the main receiver part to go in here. You don't need to go into this part, but just this lower part right here. So you're going to trim that, and that's where it's going to sit from there on downward. So it's some of this. You can, in theory, just push this up like that, but it will look kind of funny, so you just trim some, and that's how, you know, to make it work right. So I'll do that. Basically, I have got a hole here, and I got a hole here. So I'm gonna find the center point between these two holes, and then from there I'm gonna split it in half, and then 2 5/8, a little less than 3 inches. I'm gonna cut a band, rectangular band going down. So, and I'll do that, and basically just with a nice razor blade, you can just cut it, taking a little marker, putting a point, and then doing the measurement, and then cutting it down and slotting right there. Not going to be seen, but you want to do a nice job, obviously, in a new car like this. So I will be right back, and I'll do that for you all so you can see it. Okay, so now I trim the little area that I wanted to trim, and you know, you can always trim more if you need to, but that's all it would need. And also went in here, and on top there was a sticker right there. I removed that one, and the one that it's up there also, that's where the hitch connects to. Also, you take these little mounts right here, and then you put some WD-40 or PB Blaster, and you can remove those mounts so you can lower the exhaust a little bit. Same thing with that one too. There's 3 hangers, 1, 2, and then a third one on that side. So once you got that lowered, then it gives you room to be able to bring in the hitch. So I'll go ahead and do that now. Okay, so I lowered the exhaust a little bit, the rear hanger, the center, and then this side right here. And I think that's enough to put the hitch in. So I'm gonna get some help, put the hitch in place, and I'll be right back. So there you have it. So you don't need to actually take off all 3 hangers, just the one on this side and one in the middle. And then this hanger here, you can leave it there and then position it, and it goes in just fine. And the cut is perfect. See, it ends up here, the bumper's right there. And then if you look down, you see that the cut's right there and right there. So you don't see no cuts really, and it looks like factory. But you know, the other hitches start right here, so they're much lower. The hitch will be right here. So this hitch actually you trim up, but it sits more flush, and you really don't see any part of the hitch other than the receiver part. So that's why I went with the Echo hitch. So anyway, so it's bolted on, just needs to be tightened and torqued down. So I'm in the process of doing that, putting the hangers back on. So as you can tell, I just removed that hanger and this hanger. So driver's side and the middle hanger from the exhaust, and then that's it. So it's hanging on the other angle. All right, so let me go ahead and put it all down, put it all buttoned up and torqued, and I'll be back. Okay, so I got everything nice and torqued at 70 foot-pounds. All 4 bolts are on, all the hangers are on, and that's what you're looking at, is the beautiful tow hitch receiver. So don't see any of the bar, which is great. All you see is just that part. And for the ones that are asking how much clearance you have, well, let's see. Should be a little bit over 12. Almost 13, so it's like 12 3/4 to the bottom little plate right here. So 12 3/4, almost 13 inches. So that's really nice. Okay, so the OEM one gets you, I think 14, so extra inch, but a lot easier to install, and you don't have to remove all the bumper and all the trim pieces and stuff. So that's it right there. Give you some more looks. what you're working with. Installed there. That is how much it protrudes out of the bumper in the back. So if you're standing on top, you don't see it. Bam, you see it there. So if you're standing right on top, you don't see it either. And let's see here. Alrighty, so everything is done. And let me know if you got any questions. We'll see y'all next time.